During World War II, the U.S. was dealing with an agricultural labor shortage. It was during this time the Bracero program was created, bringing thousands of migrant workers to the borderland. News Channel 9's Alejandra Briones shares one of their stories.
Millions of Mexican workers desperate to work legally came to the United States as part of the Bracero program. It's a program that ended nearly 4 decades ago, but for one former Bracero, it's a memory that's still very much alive. The year is 1942. World War II is in its 3rd year, and as many men serve abroad, the country's farms fall into a labor shortage. The Bracero program allowed for the use of legal Mexican labor.
Voy a contar una historia.
Leopoldo Avila is 94 years old, a former Bracero. We visited him at his home in Canutillo, where he lives with his daughter.
Yo desde chico yo empecé a hacer trabajos muy duros.
Born in Durango, Mexico, Leopoldo, from a very young age, remembers always wanting to work, and so he did, from farms to mines to factory work. He never said no to a job.
Yo nací con mucho ánimo de hacer cosas, de trabajar.
He says he was born with an ambition to work. At the age of about 19, Leopoldo took on a job that would change his life.
Le dijo, denle un ride, este muchacho va para Juárez a los Braceros.
Leopoldo hitched a ride in the back of a truck to go wait in line for his turn to come to the U.S.
Ya nos trajeron en tren.
He says they traveled by train, telling us once arriving in El Paso, the workers would be fumigated.
Para mucha gente puede ser humillante.
An experience, he says, to many was humiliating. Then they were taken to the Rio Vista farm in Socorro. There they were fingerprinted and processed. That farm still stands today.
These are the former dormitories.
Fred Morales is a local historian. His grandfather used to help transport the workers to Rio Vista.
It became a regular custom. After you see so many, it's just a common sight.
These buildings, now vacant and deteriorating, once saw farmers passing through by the thousands as they waited for their labor contracts.
There were people that were used to hard living conditions, but they survived, and they were proud of the fact that they came from Mexico and they were committed to fulfill what they came here to work for.
The Bracero program was controversial in its time. Some farm workers worried that the Braceros would compete for their jobs and accept lower wages. But there were safeguards in place to protect both Mexican and American workers.
Era duro, pero pues no había más.
There are stories that Braceros were treated badly. Leopoldo says it wasn't ideal, it was hard, but there were no better options. He says he made himself valuable through his hard work, and the one thing he learned from his decade as a Bracero
Uno mismo hacerse la vida alegre.
was taking control of his own happiness. Leopoldo became a legal U.S. resident and calls the borderland home. And even at the age of 94, his memories of his past and what got him here are vivid.
Pues fue una aventura, ¿verdad?
An adventure that became his life.
Eso sí.
The Bracero program came to an end in 1964. As for the Rio Vista farm, it was declared a national treasure by the National Trust for Historic Preservation. In the data center, Alejandra Briones, News Channel 9.
Well, 3 days